Hey everyone, it's Milo here for the Fellowship of Acoustics. Welcome back to another episode of New Arrivals. I'm back here in Dedensvaart after a trip of 3.5 weeks through the US. What a beautiful country. Also went to Santa Cruz. I visited Richard Hoover there and saw some beautiful guitars, and I shot some videos that we will feature later on our YouTube channel. But right now it is my task to find the 4 favorite new arrivals that came in last week. So we're here at the marketing department. We have a rack filled with guitars. And we're going to see which 4 are our favorites, and as always it's up to you to pick your favorite of the week. And you can do so by leaving a comment down below, and you can also vote in the poll in the community side of our YouTube page. Last week Miko did the presenting of the new arrivals, and there was a double neck sort of Cyclops Martin guitar. Not a lot of love for that guitar, but the winner was the J45 Gold Top, which was a pretty unique looking guitar. A gold top finish on an acoustics is pretty nice. Let's see which is our favorite of this week. We'll dive in right away. And we're going to start with OM guitars. I saw one lying here in the photo studio. Actually, I grabbed 2, a 0045 and a 0042. I'm going to start with a 0042 by Martin Guitars. This is a second-hand one. Let's check it out. Ooh, really clean looking. That is really nice. All the beautiful abalone on the 42 style. I especially like the abalone here around the fingerboard always. East Indian rosewood back and sides. A Sitka spruce top with like the aging toner on it. We also see the snowflake and diamond inlays on the fingerboard. There's really not a single spot that I can find. Oh, a little one here just above the bridge. We also know the 0042 from the Eric Clapton signature. This is just a regular one. Really comfortable, like the golden era style, low oval neck shape. Let's check it out. This is a really nice sounding triple guitar, really balanced, not a lot of bass end, just a really balanced sound. I love it a lot. It plays really like a slinky feel to it. Also has to do with the shorter skill length of 24.9 inch on the triple guitars. And there's a guitar that I wanted to shoot out against this, also a second-hand one, but not from Martin. It is a 0045 hailing from Sweden. It is in a Martin case right now. I think it's a JM, John Mayer signature guitar case. But it is a Per Marklund. This is a 12 fret 0045. Have a look at this beauty. From Stenberg, Sweden. He's one of the most highly regarded boutique guitar builders. So to have a guitar from Per Marklund here at the store is really, really nice to see. We don't see them a lot. The 0045, of course we know it as a Martin guitar. It has like the most cosmetic appointments. Mostly we see them as a 14 fret body, of course, with the 12 fret and the slotted headstock. It moves the sound hole a little bit more towards the middle of the box. I find that it has like a more nicely tuned low end as well. Let's shoot it out against what we remembered of the 0042. I think there are a lot of similarities in the sound between the 0042 and this 0045. This one has my preference though. Like I expected, the bass end is tuned in a way that it is pretty full but not overpowering. I prefer the sound of this one. Let's feature a Per Marklund as our first choice for this new arrivals. Let's stick with the acoustics for now. I saw that we had a second-hand Collings guitar somewhere in here. Yeah, a 2017. And then maybe you can compare it to this Bourgeois over here. We'll start with the Bourgeois for now. This is one of the Touchstone series. And it is a Luke Bryan signature. So recently we saw the limited edition Luke Bryan from Bourgeois. And, ooh, really nice. I don't know the number to which it was limited, that series, but it featured black walnut that came from the farm of Luke Bryan in Tennessee. So I think they farmed it like, or they cut down the trees like 10 years ago, and then they aged all that wood for 10 years before they use it on the limited edition Luke Bryans. And now this is a Luke Bryan signature from the Touchstone series, which means it is manufactured in China and designed in Lewiston, Maine. So I'm thinking this is not the black walnut from Luke Bryan's farm anymore. We do see like the logo of his farm. If I remember correctly, it was Flint Rock Farms. His ranch in Tennessee, and these are like the antlers as a logo for that farm. It is a beautiful slope shoulder dreadnought though. We have a Sitka spruce top. This is a walnut back and sides. All in all, I think this is a nice addition to the Touchstone lineup. Beautiful burst on here. Also the antlers on the fingerboard. I think it is a nice touch. Of course, with the Touchstone series, the price drops quite a bit. Right now it's 3,349 euros at the time of shooting this video. The limited edition Bourgeois was a lot more expensive. Let's check out how this one sounds. I'm trying to remember the sound of the limited edition Luke Bryan that we had, and I think this comes pretty close. Walnut has a specific sound. It reminds me of mahogany in the way like it's focused in the mid-range, and I find walnut can be even more like focused, or there's like a spike in the mid-range, which means this will really cut through any mix. And also as a recording guitar, I think this can really help when you place your acoustic guitar in a mix with a lot of other instruments. It has a nice and like rounded off high end, which I like. Again, not a lot of bass, but that's mostly not the case with walnut, I find. Really nice guitar. Then there's another dreadnought. Like I said, a Collings, a second-hand one. Austin was also one of the places that I visited along my trip. I didn't visit the Collings factory, unfortunately. This is a D2HT from 2017. Check it out, a D28 style guitar with the herringbone purfling together with Ivoroid binding. Indian rosewood back and sides. And the D2H comes in two varieties, the standard one and also the traditional. The traditional series has more like a broken in kind of feel and also a tone, which means also again a little bit less highs and more presence in the mid range. Also, one thing that I wanted to mention, while I was in Austin and close to Austin, I saw a lot of the models that Collings makes, like the Hill Country models. I drove through the Hill Country, beautiful. Also the I-35 is a highway that runs through Austin. I also saw a road was called the 290. We also see the 290 model. So pretty cool to see all those models featured in like Austin environment. Let's check out this guitar. This is a really great sounding dreadnought from Collings. A more like traditional, also it says in the title, but more traditional dreadnought bluegrass sort of sound. Completely different than the Bourgeois, the Luke Bryan. Also because of the difference between rosewood and walnut, of course. When I was playing from the corner of my eye, I saw that we also had a Larrivée dreadnought. Might be nice to throw in a mix, and then we'll make a choice out of those three. This is a 2017 Larrivée. Check out the inlays on the fingerboard. It looks like the antlers that we just saw on the Bourgeois. But this is has nothing to do with Luke Bryan. Again, rosewood back and sides. Looks to be a Sitka spruce top. I don't know anything about this guitar. Just saw on the label it says Oxnard, California. I don't know if this is where all Larrivée guitars are made. but it's also a town that I visited on my journey. But enough about that. Let's check out how this one sounds.
Oh yeah.
In a way, this is a blend between the previous two guitars. It also has some D28 sort of Martin characteristics, but then it has like the rounded off high ends that I just heard in the Bourgeois. I like the look of this guitar, of the Larrivée. We also see the herringbone purfling on here. This already has a Anthem pickup installed, but I slightly prefer the Collings sound. So let's head over to that one again. The 2017 D2H Traditional. That will be my second choice for this new Rivals. Let's go. For this third round, we're going electric, and there are some S-style guitars that I wanted to feature. So let's start with this one. This is a Silver Sky, of course, the S-style guitar that was a signature for John Mayer by PRS. This one is from 2020 and it features a really limited color. This is the Nebula Silver Sky. So you can just take a moment. It really depends on what angle you're looking at this finish. It changes from blue to like purple. Really interesting. This was such a popular color. This really was a time when the internet exploded when this was released. This is one of 500 guitars of this limited edition from 2020 in the Nebula color. I believe they did one run later also with Nebula finish on it. And this is one from the first run. This has been played a lot. So for the real John Mayer fans out there, this might be a nice way to get a really limited guitar for your John Mayer obsession. And then there are some others. There's a Tyler, a 2010 Tyler guitar. Let's open that as well. Tyler is not really a name that I'm familiar with. I've seen some of them. This is a S-style HSS humbucker in the bridge. Of course, with all the Tylers, you get the really recognizable headstock. Also here on the side and on the back. These are all made in Los Angeles, I think. And James Tyler has been making guitars for a lot of session players in and around Los Angeles. And then, of course, later expanding internationally. These are really high-end. This body is made out of alder. They feature some other types of wood with their S-style as well. But this is alder with a maple neck. Beautiful black finish, as you can see, with the tortoise guard and also on the back, the plate. There's a button on here and like a small knob here. I'm going to try and figure out what these do. So I got some more information. I found out that the bridge is a Michael Landau humbucker. It says Landau Secret humbucker. Then we have the Tyler JTO single coils middle and neck. And there's a mid-boost preamp installed in this guitar. This is a mid-boost preamp like bypass button. So you can engage it. And then there's a level of the mid-boost that you can adjust via this knob. And then there's just a single volume knob. When I'm playing a Strat, I also always have my tone knobs on 10. There are a lot of people that use their tone knobs a lot, but I don't. So this is perfect for me, just a single volume knob. Pretty cool guitar. So we have a PRS, a James Tyler, and then I saw that there was a Suhr guitar here that we're also going to open. One of the Suhr custom shops. This is a carved top, S-style, in like a Mark Knopfler style. You can see it if you look at it like this, a beautiful carved top. So a lot of work goes into this. It reminds me of the, of course it looks a lot like the Pensa Suhrs that Knopfler also played. And we had a Pensa Suhr in the store maybe a month ago. I don't know if it is sold. Golden, weet je dat?
Still there.
It's still there, still available. So if you're in the vicinity of our store, then please come try out this guitar. Maybe you can compare it to a real Pensa Suhr. There was a blue one, I think, also with a carved top. Again, HSS, golden hardware. So it is an S-style, but we have a mahogany body. And like I said, this is a carved maple, like quilted maple top with a sunburst on it. So at first I'm nudging towards the Silver Sky because of the really cool color. It is on the expensive side, in my opinion, for just, it is a regular Silver Sky. It is nothing special in that regard, only the finish. But I think for the right John Mayer fanatic or Silver Sky fanatic, this is a really, really cool guitar to try and see in real life as well. Then between these two, I'm thinking let's go with this beautiful Suhr. I like this carved top, it looks beautiful, and I'm excited to see how this one will compare to the Pensa that we already had. So let's make a demo with this one. Alright, so the last round, our fourth choice. I think we're not really going to pick one theme for this final round, so I'm just going to open some random cases and see what we can find. This is a finish that speaks to me. It's called Purple Stranger, from the Nebula purplish finish to this one. This is a Novo guitar, a Miris J. Okay. What do you think, Laura?
Cool.
Cool?
Cute.
Cute. Alright. As always with the Novos, we have a Swamp Ash hollow body. This one also has the mirror pickguard. Lolar P90s on here, Mastery trem and also bridge. This one sounds really sweet acoustically, so that's a good sign. It is a purple finish that I might not pick this, but I think it looks great. They do a really good job on their finishing, Novo does. Interesting guitar. Then, oh, we already had a John Mayer signature, the Nebula, and now we also have an acoustic. And now you can see this was the case that also the Per Marklund had with the John Mayer logo there. This is a 2023 John Mayer OMJM with the John Mayer signature. Indian Rosewood back and sides, Sitka spruce top. Nice and slinky feel in this one, even though it is a OM scale length. I like this guitar a lot, and most of the time these OMJMs are really great sounding guitars. So just know that this is on the website pretty soon. I think this won't be my choice. I think we already have a really beautiful 00045, the Per Marklund. So we're not going with this one. For now, maybe I'm thinking going with a Novo, but there are some others that we can open. This is another Touchstone, another OM. Whoa, that looks really nice. So again, this is manufactured in China, designed in Maine, USA. Another part of the Touchstone series, a beautiful dark sunburst on this signature OM. This is a take on the signature OM that Bourgeois also make on their own, but now it is part of the Touchstone series. I love the purfling together with the dark sunburst as well. And we have Madagascar Rosewood, back and sides. This is a zero coat binding that we see here on the body, double binding, and also here on the neck. It's a nice feature. And then the top is Alaskan Sitka, and it is also old growth and also torrefied. So pretty nice specs on this guitar for a not too expensive price. Wonderful sounding OM, pretty inspiring sound as well. I like this guitar a lot. Also, again, the dark sunburst really speaks to me. I think this is my favorite of this round so far. I'm thinking we throw one more guitar in the mix. See that we have a second-hand Eastman here. Eastman, of course, who is partly responsible for the Touchstone guitars that we featured in this episode, and all the Touchstones. This is one from their own factory. This is the E20OM MR. This one also has Madagascar Rosewood, like we just saw on the Bourgeois Touchstone, and also this top, also like the top on the Touchstone, also torrefied. This one feels a little bit stiffer than the Touchstone that I just played. Maybe it needs to be played in a little bit more tension. This can open up after a couple of years of playing, but it is pretty exciting that this Touchstone has it right out of the box. So let's see, are we going with a Novo Purple Stranger Miris or with a Touchstone OM? Maybe we have to call for help. We're going to ask one of our favorite collies, Bill. There he is, Bill. Want to work a little today? Want to pick the fourth and final choice for this new Rivals? I think that's a yes. Let's go, Bill. Come on. Okay, Bill. There we are. A Touchstone OM or a Novo? Yeah, but if you could also just show me what you meant, then that would help. Which one? Which one? Show me. It's clear. Wow. Yeah, you really like it. The Miris J. This is your pick, Bill? Okay. We're going with the Novo Miris J Purple Stranger as our fourth and final choice. Thanks, Bill. Thank you for watching this episode of New Arrivals. Please let us know which is your favorite of this week. Let's walk through them again. So we ended with a Bill hand-picked Novo Miris J Purple Stranger. Let's see, we also had a Suhr, like the Mark Knopfler Carve top, S-style. The Collings D2HT from 2017 and the Per Marklund 00045 at 12 fret. Okay, Bill. 1 second. Your favorite? Is it the Novo? Yeah, okay. I think my favorite might be the Per Marklund. I really love a 12 fret triple O, and this one was a particularly nice one. Laura, you have a favorite of the week?
The same as you, but I can't pronounce the name.
Per Marklund is our favorite. So please let us know and also vote in the poll in the community side of our YouTube page. And then we hope to see you in next week's episode of New Arrivals. Hey! Ah.